Hi everyone, in today's episode we'll look at the battle for teamwork between the big software giants in the cloud. They want you to use their platform. That means you have the power. We're going to give you 3 useful tips, and we're going to talk to a guy who's looked at all the options right now. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Mats and this is Tribe Teamwork. Go subscribe if you like to know more about efficient teamwork and smart ways of doing more and having more fun. All of the big players are pouring money into convincing each and every one of us to use their platform. You have Google, you have Facebook, you have Microsoft, you have Dropbox, you have all of these. And what's happened is that IT departments have lost control. And now they want to convince each and every one of you. Is that a good thing? Well, you have some choice. Are you allowed to? Is it secure? Will you keep privacy in order? Ooh, wait a minute, that's not my job. Oh, it's my job, it's not your job, but it's probably my job to explain it. So if you're in the situation that you have 2 or more different tools or platforms for teamwork, I'm gonna give you 3 tips in this episode. Tim Wallace here from Content & Code. Check him out on Twitter here.
Hello there. So essentially right now, you've got a big change happening in work. You've got about 5 times the amount of collaboration is happening in the workplace right now. Players like Microsoft and Facebook and Dropbox and Cisco even are getting involved in trying to win that battle.
I'm trying to get 3 tips to know how to behave in the battle of teamwork, right? So maybe number 1 is you need to decide whether to work in your own office or in their office.
Exactly right. Who owns the content and how important is the content, I think,
It's really just about the content and the people.
And if you find out, for example, the majority of the people are in one system, then maybe this makes sense to use that system if it's a certain way. And I guess the other thing is it depends what you're trying to do with that content. For example, there's a big difference between editing legal documents to editing media files.
You don't try to overgeneralize. We have folders and hierarchies. It doesn't get more generic.
That's right.
Like legal or even more specific if you can get to corporate finance legal. Because they do M&As and they work in a certain way with certain criminal law. It's completely different ball games. You have to really dig in.
You do, that's right. We go and do user research. So we go out and we interview 30 or 40 people and we find out how they work and literally what their jobs are they do every single day and what technologies they use and what pain points they have, or maybe even, and then we actually say, well, actually, if you put technology in, how would it help you? If you understand what your users need, then it's then quite easy. Then you can look at the various technical solutions and say, actually, this is the best fit for you.
So is there a significant sort of cost difference, or does it depend on your usage scenario?
You've got, there's cost differences between all 3 products. If you just take the basic Facebook product, that's the cheapest product, but it has the least amount of functionality. But you can then add on solutions to it, which then make it pretty much the same price or more expensive as, say, Teams or the whole Office 365 suite. If you take Slack is sort of in the middle band there, and that has a good amount of functionality. It has chat, it has a place to store your documents, has you can do meetings, you can do video and voice calling, all of those sort of things. So that's that sort of medium there. And then Microsoft, if you buy the whole Office 365 suite, that's a sort of premium product, but it has a ton of stuff in it. You can just buy a smaller SKU like the E1 SKU or even the F1 SKU. Sorry, I'm talking jargon here.
That was Greek, but we're in Greece.
We're in Greece.
So Greek is okay.
Different price points depending on what functionality you want, really.
In my previous team, when we were actually using Slack, we did the bots for our issue tracker, for our ticketing system. We integrated all kinds of other software, and they have a cost too.
It's very easy to buy something at a headline price of say $4 per user per month, and then buy a little bit of integration at $1 per user per month, and another one here and another one here, and suddenly you're up at $17 per user per month. And one point on that that's very important is if you're not paying for the software, often that content becomes the owner of Facebook or the owner of Slack or the owner of something else.
If you don't pay, they will claim ownership to your stuff.
Maybe. That thing you just clicked accept to? It's in there somewhere probably.
Uh-oh. So with that, it is boat trip time, Tim.
It's beer o'clock.
guys, it's time to get the discussion going. So what I want to know right now in the comments section is what type of instant messaging apps or collaboration apps are you using? And for what? What do you like about them? What do you hate about them? Go subscribe if you like to know more about efficient teamwork and smart ways of doing more and having more fun.